today. From Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Watson on 1st down. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
Watson's pass.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Gain of 11 on the play.
The numbers for Brown from a week ago: 7 catches, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
And he now has 8 touchdowns on the season, and I just know this. He's going to be so eager to run routes in this one and try and get to the end zone at least 2 more times. 10 is a key number. Really signifies that you've had a big year.
Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Dwayne Smoot. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play. You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Bengals
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
It was good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
21.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Open target here, Darius Slayton. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun again to Mixon. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down at the 30.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Mixon with a first down carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12.
Tackled by
Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. They're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
That's complete to Slayton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals 7, Ravens nothing.
Here we go.
On first down, Garoppolo looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
And the Ravens taking the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. They'll check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
They'll run on first down. Nixon. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run with the goal.
Nixon hit, and all the ball is out, and the Bengals grab it, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike Lyon. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On first down, it's Watson. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On first down, Mixon, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Down at the 42.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He finds his running back, Mixon.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Cincinnati set to take over once again. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Garoppolo now, first down throw. On the slant, able to find Ayuk. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. There's Garoppolo to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
Garoppolo's pass intercepted by the Ravens. They'll take over 1st down.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
After the interception, here's Watson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
At the Ravens' 35-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Garoppolo. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Yeah, he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
So we've come upon halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Ravens nothing.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiver.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
2nd and 6.
Check. 21. Here we go.
Once more, here's Eckler. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
The
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
It's Eckler again. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 29. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
But if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. It was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone, possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20.
Watson now to throw. Over the middle here to Brown.
Watson's pass.
It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're doing some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Man open left side is Brown. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 52 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Ravens cut into that lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And this certainly confirms all the chatter, just how big of a final weekend this is. For the moment, the 6th seed is theirs, but it'll take a victory to officially lock that down.
And we have to keep reminding ourselves that number 6, that's no longer the final seed. We go 7 deep in each conference now. But you're at the point now where you have to win to guarantee your spot. You don't want to get stuck scoreboard watching and hoping other teams can help you out by winning their games or losing their games. You got to take care of business yourself and erase all doubt.
10 at the 41-yard line.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Brought down right
up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Quick hitter here is complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Over the middle, it's complete. And the
Bengals are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. This is caught. And he is out of bounds here. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and goal.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. On second down, Eckler. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Austin Eckler, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
To Tyler Higbee. It's a gain of 8. Brings up
just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards there and a first down.
Raven first down.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards on the play. First down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. But they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd down.
And that is incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now Eckler breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense